So, just sum up the youth service in one word.
Vibrant.
Different.
Fun. It's fun, there's a lot to do. They do provide quite a lot of stuff like Thursday cycling, Saturday music, Monday youth clubs. It's really fun.
I am Riz Puri. I'm a youth work coordinator for the youth service. I originally started in '99 as a young person myself, and then as I became older I volunteered for the service. Eventually I got a part-time job and that became full-time a few years ago. So in total I would say about 23 years.
My name's Rick and I'm a youth worker for Tameside Council. I've worked for the youth service for 16 years and before that I was a volunteer at the music project.
There's a lot of positive energy around, good feeling. Every time young people access any one of our projects, they're always very positive about what they're trying to do in the project and always have a good level of fun.
I get to see all my friends here, I get to be creative, I get to be myself. It's just fun to have a play around with like instruments and arts and crafts.
Everybody's kind and everybody's caring and you always get a warm welcome when you come in.
I always feel that the young people need an opportunity to be able to do things that they actually feel is not part of their normal academic life or normal routine, and there might be things that they enjoy and want to learn about in a safe environment, and they get the opportunity to do that here. Some young people come to the service with specific ideas in mind of what they want to learn, what they want to achieve. Others are just becoming more generalised in the sense that they want to find out more about themselves and come to a place where they can socialise. And the generalised settings and specific settings give opportunities for both.
I feel to give young people an opportunity to do things they wouldn't normally do, like music, bike rides, attend events, put on shows, learn something new, interact with people they wouldn't interact with because they're not going to the same school or from a different area. Just to give people different views, opinions, opportunities.
Without it, I would just be lonely in the house, not being able to communicate with much people.
My name's Owen Ashworth, I'm the founder and owner of Silver Lining Studios. Well, I originally started as a young person when I was 13, and then throughout the years we kind of developed our skills there. We wanted to give back, so we became youth workers ourselves as volunteers, and that was around about the age of 18. The youth project really helped when I was setting up the Silver Lining because it was a prerequisite to everything that I know about the music industry. There were skills that I learned there that I wouldn't have learned anywhere else, essentially. I certainly wasn't going to learn in school. The youth service is an invaluable asset to the local area, not just because it's developing young people with their skills and things like that, it's also giving them an activity to do other than hanging around the streets. So you're solving one issue and then boosting their confidence and their knowledge and their skills in other areas.
Given COVID, do you believe there's become an increased need for youth service?
100%. Whilst during lockdown I did a lot of outreach youth work with other youth workers walking around areas. I covered Ashton quite a lot and was speaking to young people and they was bored, they was just up to no good, they was just had nothing to do, and if they had somewhere to go and do something it'd be a lot better than just hanging around and causing themselves trouble and annoying people in the area.
I think with a lot of disruptions in schools, a lot of hardships that young people have been facing, lockdowns, isolating, being on their own quite a lot. I think there isn't a need for there to be a youth service. I think there's a need for sessions to be given at night for young people to be able to access so they just don't feel like they're on their own.
I definitely think that the youth service has become more and more important during the pandemic because it's allowing the young people to have an outlet, whereas they've been cooped up inside during these lockdowns, and now that everything's getting back to some sort of normal, it's giving them the ability to actually express themselves in a creative way and let out all that pent up anxiety. I definitely think that the government and the councils could be a lot more proactive in their distribution of funds. Obviously there is the issue that they need to put more funding in the first place, but I think how that money is spent could be a lot better because they seem to want to put the money into things that don't really go very far, and then other things that we know to be proven that help, then they just don't seem to be wanting to fund that.
I'm not too sure about the funding wise, but I do think most areas need some form of youth service and some money put into it to make sure there's at least something on every night in a greater area for young people to do. I just feel like it's so important for them to gain some knowledge and learn, meet friends, make friends.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's been difficult in the last 10 years, but gradually it is getting better. There is a lot more funding available now for generalised subjects and for specialised projects as well. So hopefully I'm more encouraged now than I was 10 years ago.